there yet.
Amazing.
I ain't there yet.
Oh, my God.
Why you going? Why you going? What you going to L.A. for? What you going to L.A. for?
I'm doing the show with you in L.A.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
So don't
That's
you
your
worry about
excuse. That's the excuse. You're holding on to that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, that was awkward. Let's carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Keyshawn, I'll start with you. Actually, no, I won't. I want to go back to Mina because she's the fresh voice here. Will Jimmy G keep the Niners from the Super Bowl, Mina? Your thoughts on this?
No, I don't think so, which is notable because, as you guys know, I have been critical of Garoppolo in the past, last season, and I do think if you were looking at the playoffs and you were asking what could possibly derail San Francisco, the quarterback has been the weak link in the past, especially with turnovers. But we also have to acknowledge how Jimmy Garoppolo is playing right now, and he's playing extremely good football. I agree with everything Kyle Shanahan said. He's got 3 games without throwing an interception, which has always been his biggest issue as a quarterback. And I do think watching him with Christian McCaffrey, it seems to have unlocked something where he is a bit more aggressive, throwing the ball downfield. It does give him an outlet when he's under pressure, when some of those mistakes have happened in the past. Right now, he's in a terrific situation. The offensive line is playing good. We've seen what all these skilled players are capable of, and he is executing this offense to perfection. I have to give him his flowers.
Yeah, everything that Mina is saying is correct. And when you look at the way he's been playing, he isn't turning the ball over. He seems to be playing with confidence. They seem to be dialing things up differently than in the past. He's getting the ball out extremely fast when he hits his back feet. He's going from 1 to 2 to 3, getting back to 1 if he needs to, and he's throwing the football away. That is the thing that I like most about him is he's not taking the unnecessary chances anymore. And people look at Jimmy Garoppolo as the weak link because of the way they won in Green Bay a year ago, the way they got to the Super Bowl against Minnesota in Green Bay. They took the football out of his hands. Then they moved on from him essentially and drafted Trey Lance, but yet and still, as I told Stephen A. earlier, Mina, do you think that they're glad that Jimmy G is still in the building? Because if he wasn't, where would this team be? If he wasn't in the building, where would this team be?
You know, you're amazing. You really are. I got to give it to Keyshawn. Congratulations on that. He's absolutely amazing. What you just pointed out, I mean, they're going to bring up last year against Green Bay. They're going to bring up a couple of years ago against Green Bay and Minnesota. I mean, damn, just give me the mountain of evidence to validate the doubt that we have in Jimmy G.
But
Thank
that's
you
what
very
you
much.
always bring up. That's the only thing people seem to point
It's unbelievable
to.
that you would say that. I mean, you two are unbelievable. I mean, listen, I don't know who you've been hanging out with. Y'all are just the paragons of enthusiasm and inspiration. I mean, my God, y'all got me motivated. I mean, hey, Jimmy G, maybe he will do it. I mean, forget what we've seen. Forget the fact that they saw enough that they were willing to throw him away like yesterday's trash. Forget the fact that Trey Lance hadn't proved a damn thing. And they handed him the reins because of how down they were on Jimmy G. We just going to ignore all of that. And oh, by the way, over the last 3 weeks, he's absolutely fantastic. 2 of those games were against the Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. We just going to ignore that, Mina, huh?
So
we just going to ignore
Me,
who picks it. I'm not even talking to you right now, Key, because we know the schedule. It's all about the schedule with you. It don't matter who they play. They on the schedule. If they played against a Pop Warner team, it don't mean anything to you. I understand that. But Mina, you of all people, I am shocked. I am appalled. You would sit up there and just throw out the side and just ignore the Rams and the Arizona Cardinals as 2 of the 3 teams he played against. Oh, by the way, that was after they got blitzed by Kansas City on their home turf, blown out of the state for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But we just going to ignore all of that, right? Because Jimmy G is something special.
It.
Oh, really? Really?
I just think he looks a little bit different as a quarterback, and I do think the presence of Christian McCaffrey
Well, if I
has
could throw
changed
screens
a
to
lot of
Christian
the pressure
McCaffrey and Deebo Samuels, I'd look different too.
Yeah, exactly. And we would say, hey, Stephen A is keeping the trains running on time in San Francisco. I'm not saying he's he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. I'm not saying he's going to elevate this team in the playoffs. What I'm saying is this football team, we haven't even talked about the defense, by the way, which is one of, if not the best in the NFL, is so stacked top to bottom that the quarterback doesn't need to do that much, and he is executing it really well right now.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm glad you said that, Mina. I'm glad you said that. You brought it home. Because, see, the impetus for this discussion that Molly didn't introduce the subject appropriately
or
Keyshawn did not literally elaborate on. The real key here, Mina, was this. What we were saying is if the 49ers don't go to the Super Bowl, who we gonna look at? And I said Jimmy G.
Oh.
He's the dude that's
it would
gonna
be
be
Jimmy.
at fault. They got everything else. He will be the reason. If the 49ers don't advance to the Super Bowl this year, trust you me, porn star Jimmy is gonna be the reason why. You can book it.
Yeah,
I have to agree
Stephen
with you
A.
there. He is as I said at the beginning, if you had to pick one weak link on the team, it would be the quarterback. I just think the quarterback is playing really well right now, and I wanted to acknowledge that. But you're right.
Mina, you've been covering this stuff for a very long time. Don't let Stephen A. talk you into something that you truly probably don't believe in. What the 49ers have is portable.
It's the framing.
It's portable.
It's the framing. It's what question are we asking?
Think about it. They run the football well. They play lights out defense.
Yes.
You don't need your quarterback to do much when that's portable.
That is not the point. And by the way, you're the only person I've heard.
What do you mean?
You're the only person I've heard use the word portable with these discussions. We're gonna talk about that portable word
because
that you've been using.
Can move it around and you can travel
to
with
the word
it.
portable, okay? But let me say this to you, Keyshawn. You making my point. You pointing to all of this other stuff I'm having. I'm saying to you, all of those things are gonna show up. Their running game gonna show up. Their defense is gonna show up. Kittles, McCaffrey, and Debo gonna show up. It's that damn Jimmy G. That's the question mark, Key. That's all I'm saying.
Look, all I need him to do.
All I'm saying.
All I need him to do is be 17 to 25, 200 yards,
and
throw a touchdown.
That's a lot. Come
Key,
postseason, that's a lot.
Now I've completely pivoted to Stephen A's side because now I understand what he's saying.
Don't let him
The problem
you.
is, Keyshawn, what you just said, I just need Jimmy to do this and not turn the ball over. How many times have we said that in the past at key moments, which you yourself mentioned earlier? It's, there's a pretty large sample size that gives us reason to have doubt. I'm not.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.